Web app concepts. This topic explores how web applications function, focusing on their structure, components, and data flow. Imagine a waiter taking your order, delivering it to the kitchen, then bringing back your food. That's a basic web app flow. Understanding this structure is crucial before attempting to secure or exploit web apps. It allows us to visualize how data travels between browser, server, and database layers. Web apps rely on elements like HTTP, client-side scripts, server logic, and databases to deliver dynamic content. Each layer is a possible target or defensive checkpoint. Attackers analyze these layers to find weak spots like exposed inputs or improper access control. Defenders need this understanding to harden entry points and patch vulnerabilities. A clear grasp of web app architecture lays the foundation for every web-based attack and defense. It's the first step in both building and breaking secure web environments. Web app threats. This topic outlines the most common and dangerous vulnerabilities that affect modern web applications. Think of a bank vault with multiple locks. Each lock represents a defense, and threats target the weakest one. Web threats exploit flaws like injection, cross-site scripting, broken authentication, and more. These issues can lead to data theft, account compromise, or even full system control. Many threats stem from poor coding practices, misconfigurations, or lack of proper validation. By understanding these risks, professionals can anticipate how attackers think and move. The OWASP Top 10 offers a global standard for recognizing and prioritizing web threats. Attackers use these flaws to manipulate input, hijack sessions, or bypass protections. Defenders apply secure coding, patching, and layered defenses to stop these exploits. Recognizing web app threats is not just about awareness. It's about proactive prevention before the damage begins. Web app hacking methodology. This topic introduces the systematic steps attackers follow to compromise web applications. Imagine a thief studying a building's layout before breaking in. Every step is deliberate and planned. Hackers don't act randomly. They follow a method: footprinting, scanning, exploitation, and post-exploitation. This structured approach increases success rates and reduces detection. The process includes identifying technologies, testing for input flaws, bypassing protections, and maintaining access. By understanding this flow, defenders can anticipate and intercept attacks early. Each phase presents unique indicators and prevention points. Attackers use automated tools, manual testing, and payloads tailored to the application's logic. Defenders use monitoring, logging, and WAFs to disrupt the chain. Recognizing the full hacking methodology transforms reactive defense into proactive prevention. It's not just about fixing bugs. It's about breaking the attacker's rhythm before they complete their plan. Footprint web infrastructure. This phase involves gathering public information about the target's web servers, domains, and technologies. It's like scouting a building from the outside. You note cameras, entry points, and signage before planning a break-in. In ethical hacking, this step is non-intrusive and vital for setting attack parameters. We aim to identify software versions, CMS platforms, and backend technologies exposed online. Using WhatWeb, we scan the target's URL to detect web server type, scripting language, and headers. The output confirms the web stack, including server, platform, and optional metadata. This information helps attackers tailor exploits and scripts for the exact environment. Defenders use it to reduce their digital footprint and hide or harden exposed infrastructure. Footprinting provides the blueprint. Before launching attacks, the web must first be mapped. Analyze web applications. This topic focuses on understanding how a web application works, from user input to database response. Think of it like reverse engineering a machine. You study how each part interacts with the others. Analyzing web apps helps identify weak logic, broken workflows, and insecure data flows. It reveals hidden parameters, privilege paths, and session behaviors. This process often uses proxies and interceptors like Burp Suite to examine request and response traffic. By inspecting headers, cookies, and forms, analysts expose hidden actions or flaws. Attackers analyze to find where logic can be tricked or misused. Defenders analyze to validate business logic and close non-technical gaps. A technical vulnerability is easy to fix, but logical flaws require deep understanding. Analyzing web apps bridges code and behavior, ensuring function doesn't become a flaw. Bypass client-side controls. The goal here is simple: trick the browser into letting us do something it shouldn't. It's like a store showing you a $999 price tag, but the cashier only charges what's printed on your altered receipt. In web apps, these price tags are things like JavaScript checks or hidden form fields. They may stop honest users, but they don't stop attackers. Now practically, let's use Burp Suite to intercept a checkout request. We spot a hidden parameter holding the price and change it from $999 to $1. When we forward the modified request, the server happily processes the order for $1. That's because it trusted the browser's data, a critical flaw. Attackers can use this trick to change prices, skip steps, or gain privileges. The fix? Always validate on the server. The browser is never your security guard. Attack authentication mechanism. This topic targets the login system, the gateway to web application access. Think of it like picking a lock to get into a house. The goal is to bypass the door. Authentication flaws allow attackers to guess passwords, bypass checks, or exploit design issues. Weak passwords, missing lockouts, and predictable logic all increase risk. Using Hydra, we perform a brute force attack against a login page using a password list. The tool automatically submits login attempts until valid credentials are found. The result reveals a successful login, granting access without permission. Attackers exploit authentication gaps to escalate access or impersonate users. Defenders must enforce password policies, rate limits, and MFA. Securing login is critical because once inside, attackers often move fast and deep. Attack authorization schemes. This topic focuses on bypassing access control, reaching data or features not meant for the user. It's like sneaking into the VIP section by swapping your seat number. Authorization flaws allow users to act outside their assigned roles or access others' data. This often happens when checks are weak or based solely on client-supplied data. We use Burp Suite to modify request parameters and impersonate another user. The altered request grants us access to protected or privileged functions. The result shows that we accessed admin content without proper authorization. Attackers use this to exfiltrate data, modify records, or escalate privileges. Defenders should enforce server-side role checks and never rely on hidden parameters. Authorization is the wall. If it's weak, attackers can walk right through. Attack access controls. This topic demonstrates how attackers exploit weak or missing restrictions to access unauthorized resources. It's like swiping someone else's employee badge to open a restricted office door. Access control is about verifying that users can only perform allowed actions and view permitted data. Failures occur when applications trust the client without enforcing back-end verification. Using Burp Suite, we modify a request URL to access a protected report by changing its ID. The application returns the document, indicating no proper authorization check was in place. The result shows we accessed another user's sensitive report without being granted permission. Attackers use this to download files, view records, or interact with admin functions. Defenders must apply strict role-based access control checks on the server side. Never trust parameters alone. Always verify access before delivering the content. Attack session management mechanism. This topic focuses on exploiting weak session handling to hijack or impersonate authenticated users. Imagine stealing someone's ID card and walking into a restricted area. That's a session hijack. Web apps often use cookies or tokens to maintain login state, but if these aren't protected, they can be abused. Poor session practices like predictable IDs, missing timeouts, or insecure transmission expose users to attack. Using Burp Suite, we capture a valid session ID and reuse it in another browser session. The system accepts the token and grants access without re-authentication, confirming the hijack. This shows that session IDs can be reused without detection or invalidation. Attackers exploit this to gain control over active accounts and bypass login. Defenders must enforce secure cookie flags, expiration, and token rotation. Session security is identity protection. If broken, users can be impersonated instantly. Perform injection input validation attacks. This topic shows how attackers exploit poorly handled input to execute unintended commands on the back end. It's like inserting a hidden instruction in a written note, and the system blindly obeys it. Common injection flaws include SQL, OS, and command injection, all caused by lack of proper sanitization. Applications that trust user input without filtering are prime targets for this attack. Using SQL map, we scan a vulnerable URL to extract backend database names through automated SQL injection. The result reveals the names of backend databases, showing successful injection and data enumeration. Attackers use injection to access, modify, or destroy backend data silently. Defenders must sanitize all input, use parameterized queries, and never concatenate raw user input. Proper validation closes the gate. Injection happens only when trust is misplaced. Attack application logic flaws. This topic targets broken workflows or flawed design decisions in how web apps behave. Think of tricking a vending machine by pressing the wrong sequence to get free snacks. Logic flaws happen when the system does the right technical thing, but the wrong business thing. These often bypass payments, change user roles, or exploit step-based sequences. Using Burp Suite, we alter a checkout request to set the price to 0. The system processes the order without flagging the invalid value, confirming the logic flaw. This shows that business rules weren't enforced at the backend. Attackers abuse these flaws to gain unauthorized benefits, change access levels, or drain resources. Defenders must review app logic with threat modeling and test for abuse scenarios. Good code isn't enough. Flawed logic can still be hacked. Attack shared environments. This topic deals with targeting vulnerabilities in hosting environments shared by multiple users. It's like overhearing someone else's private call in a shared conference room. Shared hosting or cloud servers may have improper isolation between tenants. If one user's space isn't sandboxed correctly, another user can access their files or processes. Using Nikto, we scan a shared host and discover exposed user directories and misconfigurations. The results reveal other users' folders and sensitive PHP configuration data. Attackers use this to access code, steal credentials, or find entry points to escalate privileges. Defenders must configure strict access controls and monitor cross-tenant boundaries. Isolation is the key. A shared environment must never become a shared risk. Attack database connectivity. This topic reveals how attackers target misconfigured or exposed database services over the network. It's like finding an open door into the company's file room, unsecured but connected. If database ports are exposed or lack encryption, attackers can detect and interact with them remotely. This often results from default settings, weak firewall rules, or poor segmentation. Using Netcat, we probe the database port to test for exposure and banner leakage. The output confirms that the database version is visible and accessible over the internet. Attackers use this to identify vulnerable versions, brute force access, or inject payloads. Defenders must close unused ports, use firewalls, and encrypt all DB traffic. Database connectivity should be internal only. Exposing it is like broadcasting your keys. Attack web app clients. Here, we exploit the browser itself by injecting scripts that execute in the user's session. Client-side attacks often target the DOM, cookies, or browser-based permissions. A common method is cross-site scripting, XSS, where attackers inject malicious JavaScript. If the app fails to sanitize user inputs, that script will run in other users' browsers. In our demo, we submit a comment containing an XSS payload. The app echoes the input directly, causing a pop-up, proof of code execution. This could be extended to steal cookies or hijack sessions. Always sanitize and encode all outputs that reflect user input. Use Content Security Policy, CSP, and security headers to mitigate execution risks. The goal is to keep user browsers safe from malicious web content injected by others. Attack web services. This involves exploiting APIs and service endpoints that power modern applications. APIs often bypass traditional user interfaces, making them a high-value target. If authorization checks are weak, attackers can manipulate the service directly. In our example, we use Postman to send a crafted JSON payload to an API endpoint. We set our user role to admin, and the service accepts the change, no validation. This illustrates a broken access control vulnerability in the API logic. Attackers can escalate privileges, modify data, or extract backend information. Secure APIs using authentication tokens, rate limiting, and strict schema validation. Always assume API users may try to bypass the UI and act maliciously. Strong backend logic must enforce what each user is allowed to do. Web APIs, webhooks, and web shells. This section explores how attackers hijack integrations or gain shell access through exposed interfaces. Webhooks and APIs are useful for automation but often lack proper input validation. A classic attack involves uploading a PHP web shell via an insecure file upload feature. If the server stores and executes it, the attacker gets command line access. In our demo, we upload shell.php and execute commands like Huami. We get a shell running as www data, confirming remote code execution. From there, the attacker can navigate directories, dump files, or escalate privileges. Defend by validating file types, blocking executable extensions, and isolating upload directories. Secure all API and webhook entry points with authentication and input filtering. Shell uploads remain a favorite due to their simplicity and power. Web app security. This combines all layers of defense to secure modern applications from common attacks. Developers must protect inputs, sessions, data, and third-party components. We use OWASP ZAP to scan a test app for vulnerabilities. The scan reports SQL injection, missing headers, and insecure cookies. These represent data leakage, clickjacking, and session theft risks. Attackers will exploit any weak link, from client to backend. Security must be implemented at every stage: coding, deployment, and runtime. Follow the OWASP Top 10 as a starting point for risk mitigation. Use scanners, manual testing, and secure SDLC practices to identify flaws early. The goal is not just patching, it's building resilience against evolving threats.